afternoon, everyone. It's lunchtime, so it's time for Genshin.
Is a silent song.
I had my model crash, so that took me an extra minute. I
If my
apologize.
calculations are correct, Wanwen Bookhouse is due to receive a batch of new releases today. Might we add a small detour to our adventure?
I'm sorry, Xingqiu. Not today. Let's grab our stuff from Yoimiya, as it's her birthday today. So I did impromptu, I guess would be the best way to put it. I didn't say I was going live or anything, but I did do the testing earlier today for... That's not what I wanted. For Dawn Trail. And seeing if my whacked out theory somehow works. And it did. And I'm not sure why it's a thing, but it is. So, for those who don't know, and I've said this before, when I tried streaming 14 before, this is before you could say to stream through the consoles, I had the remote play on. And I had the remote play on my laptop, so it was streaming through OBS and all that stuff. And I did not pay attention to chat or anything at all. So my computer was behind me streaming while I was facing my TV and everything and playing on the PlayStation as normal. And nothing showed that there was anything wrong or anything like that. And this is also me looking back at the VODs and stuff like that to see if there were any hiccups, because obviously I'm not facing the thing that's streaming. And it was fine. Flash forward to earlier this morning. That's what I tried. I had the remote play on the TV. So that way I would have chat on my laptop so I could see it and everything, because unlike before, they're side by side now. And then I flipped it the HDMI back to the PlayStation. Because remember, my second monitor is a TV. So I flipped it back, so I'm playing on the PlayStation as normal. And it felt fine. There was no stuttering or like floaty lag or anything like that with the mouse. So very, very happy about that. So streaming Dawn Trail will be a go. I think what's going to happen is I'll maybe not right when the servers go up. That's a little too early for me, because I would like to be able to get up, make sure the PlayStation's updated, make sure I have breakfast and I have drinks and stuff at the ready for me. But go live a little bit early, so probably around like 8-ish. I'll make a post about it too. But go live at around like 8 in the morning or something like that. And we'll go through stuff with Dawn Trail until roughly around 11. And then I will take an hour break like I normally do in these situations, so I have time to cook and eat lunch, let it digest, and do the whole routine that I have to do right now for my teeth. And I will definitely continue to do that after the medication is gone too. And then we'll come back at noon for Genshin. This way we still make progress, especially if we lose our 50-50 on Farina. I want to make sure we have plenty of time to spam that farming for Primos, whether it be we go through the Archon quest, we go through story quests, we start doing hangouts, what have you. We guarantee our Farina, because I think she's going to be the glue that holds everything together, if I'm being perfectly honest. So that's the game plan for right now as it works. Now, will I go do all that stuff and set up Genshin differently than playing on the smaller monitor like I am right now? And the answer is no. I've played on my laptop screen for so long on Genshin, it's so disorienting to do it for me to do it on a larger screen. So I'm okay with that being on a smaller screen. 14, though, I need it on the larger one. But we're alive with Genshin. So let's see what we were looking at with resin. We're not capped. So we're looking at about 6 runs apiece? Runs apiece? I know math. Looks like 8 and 8. Almost 9, but I could do 9 and 8 for one of them. So we can do the split skis. So we're going to start doing with stuff with our resin right now. Let me run down to Dubro down here. That's the cat. That's Mr. Boots. I went the wrong way. Now, did I do anything down here? I did. Grab all that. Over here. I think I'm gonna hold. We'll just wait and see what we get. We're at 1500, so... Oh, that's right, because I actually did start leveling the Favonius. Our login. We're at 33. That's not too bad. How much time do we have left on this? I'm just gonna do it off stream. 2 days? So in theory, I could do one set tomorrow and one set on Sunday. So I don't have to do commissions, but I'm just gonna do that tomorrow. Like I said, that we're gonna do Zhang Li's story quest. Why do you keep... I know I've hit that. So weird. You know, because it does take us a long time. I'll make up to 3.
Time to act.
Normally I don't mind padding out the timing and stuff like that, but sometimes that domain takes a little long. Whoops. Did I actually oopsie that? That's wishing. I did indeed. I didn't mean to condense it all. Yeah, it was 4 and 4. Duh. Alright. So we'll do 2 runs of the domain and 2 domains. Because like I said, I accidentally did that. It's been a while since I condensed resin. Alright. Blender. Also, fair warning. I do think that there is thunderstorms forecasted for today. I do believe that they are scheduled to start after stream. But if it does sound like something's happening outside and it sounds bad, I will end stream. This is mostly because of lesson learned. When we first moved into our apartment, so this was like 4 years ago, there was a thunderstorm. But I was in the shower, and I was like, no, we're fine. I'm in the shower, and then all of a sudden everything went dark. Like, very dark. I had to fumble to find the door to get at least some light in, and I was like, what the heck just happened? Because there's no windows or anything inside our bathroom, so I didn't know what was happening. And my husband's just like, oh, there's a power outage. And I was like, oh, okay. That's cool. Can't cook anything or anything, but alright. Once we got our power back, we found out that something happened and it fried the PlayStation. So we lost a PS4 that way, and I would prefer not to lose my laptop or the PS5.
Cool it.
Race you!
Mind the side effect.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds come.
Freeze.
So just a precautionary measure.
One with nature.
A bitter pill to swallow. Dodge this.
Don't get frostbite. Into the wind.
Remember, health comes first. Cool it.
Oh no, Boba.
Into the fire!
One with nature.
Dodge this.
Boba, get them!
Mind the side effects. Freeze.
Alright, we'll save. Try to save bursts.
It's fine.
Nice and spicy!
Cool it.
Into the wind.
There we go.
Eat this!
This pipe will be frozen.
Taking taking a turn for the better.
As one with wind and cloud, one with nature.
Dodge this.
You to be there, Quoba.
Frying pan into the fire.
A bitter pill to swallow. Freeze.
Into the wind.
Boba, get them.
Cool it.
The wind knows me. Oh, so sorry.
You're toast. The doctor was
We have moments like this. Interesting dodge tactic, sure.
Freeze.
Oh, that was because I was standing there talking. Okay. Use condensed resin. Okay. Not okay. I'm not gonna say no. And a different HP, but I think the one that we have right now is better. I think. I think.
nice and spicy.
Remember, health comes first. Dodge this.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Eat this.
Cool it.
Don't get frostbite. The wind knows
Uh-huh.
me.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Boba, get them.
Dodge this.
Into the wind.
Cool
Honestly, I'd like Kaya to get his burst to try to take this out.
Mind the side effect.
Nice and spicy.
Freeze. This moment will be frozen.
Very good, very good.
Dodge this.
You're toast. Boba, get them.
Seems like an emergency. A bitter pill to swallow.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds come.
Cool it.
Of course, I am up against a wall here.
Dodge this.
Nice and spicy.
Into the wind.
Mind the side effects.
Don't get frostbite.
Cool it.
Eat this. At the frying pan into the fire.
A bitter pill to swallow.
One with nature.
Dodge this. Remember, health comes first. Cool it.
The wind knows me.
Nice and spicy.
It's really not a bad team at all. They just need to be a little bit stronger. And I will always laugh that Kaya's critting, like, continuously now. Just because of all the random crit rate he has, not necessarily the stuff he has equipped. Really? You didn't... Well, I'm not going to say no to that, especially if it rolls into crit damage. That'll forever be a Nouvellette piece if it does. Same with this. Taxams, what we got here. Okay. Alright, let me leave the domain. Let me actually see what we're working with the other two things. I might just say screw it and just do the domain. Let's see. Books. Okay. 3.3 mil. We're going to get books and Mora from the quest line. Or I believe we're getting Mora from the quest line. yes, we will be getting Mora from the quest line. We will let the navigation start. So, yeah, I think we're just gonna try to get some more artifacts here, since I did the oopsie and condensed all the resin. I did a whoopsie doodle. The good news is we have their birth subs, so...
Out the frying pan, into the fire! Hey!
This one will be frozen in time. Don't mind the side effect.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
Cool it.
Hold on.
One with nature.
Seems like an emergency.
And jangling!
Freeze. Oh, so sorry. Cool it.
Hold on.
Into the wind.
Help the button now. Very nice. Oh, I'm lagging. I can't change characters.
Get them!
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
What's funny is it wasn't doing that when I played 14.
Do get frostbite. Remember, health comes first.
Into the wind.
Freeze.
Nice and spicy!
The wind knows
Did she just... She did.
Dodge this. What's the hurry? A bitter pill to swallow.
Boba, get them!
wind strider.
You're toast!
Into the wind.
Oh, so sorry.
Nice and spicy!
Mind the side effects.
The wind knows me.
Boba, get them!
Yeah, not sure what interferes with the Wi-Fi sometimes with the remote play, especially since it's a connectivity between the PlayStations. Really? You didn't give me more golden fruit? Well, that just needs to roll crit rate for Nuvolette. Yes, I do plan on rolling for Nuvolette at some point. Well, hello there, Mr. HP. That has crit damage and ER. But we need golden troop. We need the lovely Miss Farina.
Nice and spicy! Hey-ya!
Seems like an emergency.
The doctor will see.
Cool it. Don't push your luck.
I love this.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud.
This one will be frozen in time. Dodge this.
Good one.
Over.
Get them!
A bitter pill to swallow.
Eat this!
The wind knows me. That hurts.
I'd imagine so.
The doctor will see. Nice and spicy!
Freeze.
Into the wind.
Don't get frostbite. Cool it.
Boba, get them!
Taking a turn for the better. This is nothing. Mind the side effects.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds come.
Dodge this. A bitter pill to swallow. Freeze! Oh, so sorry.
At the frying pan, it's
Mind the side effect. Cool it.
eat this!
Into the wind.
Dodge this. A bitter pill to swallow.
One with nature.
The doctor will see you now.
Okay. Just over 2 minutes. That's actually not that bad. Nope. Nope, we're just getting Marches today. That's gonna go into the... Well, these go into the crap thingy. That's unfortunate. Highly unfortunate. No upgrades for Farina, really. Yeah, let's go back to Fontaine. I'll just throw this stuff into the strong box. So let's see what we've got. Let's check Jean. She's holding on to the stuff for Farina. Yeah, we do have an HP... Oh, no, we have an ER stand, not HP stand. So she already has something that we want. I do have an HP one locked here, and then there's this one here. They're both equally bad. Wait, let's see. Golden True, Golden True. Golden True. Alright, as of right now... Well, I mean, this technically isn't bad. Technically isn't bad. So I will put that on there for now. Okay, and we still need a circlet. Which has been the one piece we're not actually getting. We have crit damage, which is fine. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be alright. But I would prefer crit rate, which I have offset pieces for, but we don't have an offset HP or Hydro goblet. Oh, that was the one I originally had for Farina, wasn't it? What are you using right now? The HP? Yeah, because it has everything that she wants. So I guess that'll be like the executive decision there, right? Like I could still level the onset Hydro here. As long as this rolls into HP ER, it'll be fine. For her, if this is already rolled into ER once, so it's really good. It has high-ish crit rate, which we're going to want for Favonius. I think this is still going to be what she's going to use, but we can have this as a backup in case we need to give her a crit rate headpiece. Where's my crit? Because, like, so for an example, Lynette has one. It doesn't have great stats in it, but she could just use it if necessary. And then, of course, there's the one that Gaming's holding. Or that will... Not Gaming. Beto. I don't know why I thought that was Gaming. I'm sorry, Beto. And then we have just, like, a few other 4-star ones, too, that we could use. A lot of healing bonus. So I think we have like at least 3 things we can throw into here. Pale Flame. I almost did Thundering Fury. That's what I've been doing on my main. Yeah, that's crap. That's crap. That's crap. Yeah, I'm not too thrilled with that. Do I have something else, like another 2 I can throw in? I don't think I do. I'll get rid of that Millilith one. Give me one more. Perfect. All right. Here we go. Crap. Crit rate. Nope. That's fine. You two go in there. That's that. It's an attack. Like to keep the Noblesse. That's just really good. Attack. That's a good HP. I just need one more. Dang it. See, that's good just because it has HP in it for healing for most healers. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be this. I don't see myself using that. Alright, last one. Physical? Why? Why? See, that's where this gets frustrating. When you're doing the whole, let's farm the set that cannot be strongboxed, and then strongbox the 3-to-1 ratio, and then you get absolute crap. Hi, honey, how you doing?
Exactly. But none of them believes me.
They should believe me.
Time itself is a silence.
Alright. We got about a half an hour or so before I can do the artifact run, so we're gonna start Papa Zhongli's quest over here. That's good. Yeah, I wanna go back to Eula.
More speed.
You're gonna make me fly over there, aren't you?
More speed.
Ideally, I should just wait till I get Farina, and then I can just run across the water. Treasure box!
What do we have here?
Random treasure. Anything else want to hide up here? I'm not opposed. I like treasure. Full of sapphire grace. Well, that's cute. Stabilizer, and then that. Okay, so I have all the recipes, I think, to make bait. The only problem is that the one for Inazuma requires sakura petals. Now, why did they think this was a good idea? I don't know.
More speed.
let me climb up. Normally, they don't let you. Going as high as we can just to get a nice amount of altitude. Anything up here I want to grab? I don't think so. I probably could have made it without this, but better safe than sorry. I want the other thing. I was just having a look. I don't care about no rules. Forget, can you actually make it over here before Zhongli's quest starts? Because I know I did this with what I'm doing right now with Zhongli, but I don't want to. I want to get the thingy.
Life is short, so
That's
eat,
another one
drink,
gone.
and be merry.
Oh? I didn't think I would see you here.
Are these two your friends?
Yes, we had the fortune of meeting not too long ago. They are quite a knowledgeable and talented pair, and a pleasure to be around. Traveler, we were just discussing the history of Rex Lapis. Would you like to listen?
This, good sir, seems not to appreciate the almighty power of the Lord of Geo. As a professional archaeologist, I'm inclined to correct some of his erroneous views.
No one knows better than him.
We are discussing the whereabouts of the first Mora.
The first Mora?
As everyone knows, the Lord of Geo taught the ancient people of Liyue the craft of smelting, creating goods that allowed them to develop trade with the early nations of that time. Today, Liyue holds the sole right to cast Mora in the entire continent of Tivat. The world's very first Mora should have been cast by the hands of the Lord of Geo himself
According to my research, as well as my own hypothesis, I believe that this coin of unique historical significance has been passed on secretly through the years as a kind of token. For example, perhaps the Qixing who control the Liyue use it in some kind of unknown ceremony they hold when they come to power.
No. My research indicates that the first Mora coin is not such a simple thing. Mora is a catalyst. This we all know. Even today, Mora is used in the mystic arts for its curious properties of weapon enhancement. The world's first Mora would no doubt possess the strongest power. My next historical treatise will boldly expound on the newest findings from my intense decade-long research. That is, that the Lord of Geo used this original Mora as a catalyst to enhance a dagger and a sword.
Why would the Lord of Geo have a dagger and a sword? Hmm?
A dagger and a sword?
Well, buy the book when it comes out to read the full story. For now, I will only reveal this. The one who finds the dagger shall become supreme in Liyue, and the one who finds the sword may be crowned Liyue's sovereign.
I can't say I agree. Let us not speak of the authenticity of the dagger and sword first. But Mora and money came about simply because they are a convenient measure of a contract's value. Rex Lapis just meant for Mora to serve as a catalyst for people to exchange and trade. The world's first Mora is probably just an ordinary coin created by Rex Lapis. As for its fate, the same as all Mora, I suspect. It was simply spent somewhere.
I think that Mr. Hanshua's hypothesis seems reasonable. Mr. Zhongli's argument, on the other hand, lacks any evidence. How can you so easily dismiss the Lord of Geo's profound foresight?
How does it lack evidence? It's common sense.
No, I am not debating right or wrong. I am simply stating a fact.
Enough! Do you think you understand the Lord of Geo more than me?
No one knows better than him.
I know but little about history, and I wouldn't dare to brag. But discussion is meaningless if everyone has the same opinion, no?
Well then, answer me this. Long ago, when Liyue Harbor was being constructed, the Lord of Geo taught the people how to build houses. The model home he used to teach them was completely cast from Mora, correct?
That is correct, indeed.
Okay, then tell me. Why would the Lord of Geo do something so extravagant, if not because of the mystical power that Mora contains?
There's a simple explanation, really. To the god of wealth and commerce, what material is easier to get than Mora?
Yeah, because he just makes it.
Oh. Huh.
It's like you're telling someone else's tale.
I mean, I am talking about Rex Lapis.
Excuse me, sir. I have some questions about archaeology. Can we find somewhere quiet to chat? I mean, if it's okay with you.
Oh, it's no problem at all. But may my friend accompany us? Perhaps they could be of some help.
I'm just here for a good story.
Of course. They can come if that's what pleases you, sir. Let's go.
The wind knows me.
Okay. Camera decided it didn't like that. Alright, I understand.
Life is short, so eat, drink, and be merry.
A
Thank you.
fateful offering. Into the wind.
There she be.
A fateful offering. I follow the wind.
Don't mind me just running around the outside of the boat. I don't think there's anything above. Other than those pieces.
Life is short, so eat, drink,
There's another one gone.
What I'm about to say is a bit disrespectful of the Lord of Geo and would draw a lot of angry looks. So it's best to discuss this somewhere quiet.
So you're just gonna say it to his face, huh?
Your argument just now exhibited a cuteness of speech and thought. Most importantly, you don't fall for the boasting and acting of the others. You remain objective. So I have a question for you. Perhaps you will answer differently from other scholars. Do you think that all the gods that the Geo Archon killed were evil?
Let's not analyze it in terms of good versus evil. Rex Lapis placed great importance on the integrity of contracts. So any gods he killed certainly must have broken some kind of contract.
Right! The Lord of Geo wouldn't kill the innocent.
But when I was doing some research, I learned about the legend of the god of salt.
The god of salt. Must be the gods of fandom.
The god of salt, Havria, was a very kind god, but she encountered Morax one day in battle. Morax used a rather underhanded trick to assassinate her.
What? No way.
This bit of history is a long story. But you may not like the truth when you hear it.
I'm picturing him get good.
Don't worry, please tell me what you know. This event, I've already searched for answers for a long time.
You look a bit embarrassed, Zhongli. Is the story that complicated?
No, it's just... Where should I begin?
Why is there a god of salt? That should be the start.
Over here, Mr. Zhongli. I've been looking for you. So you're over here all this time.
The Patui, what do you want? Spit it out.
Put down your weapon and stay back. Otherwise, Paimon's reporting you to the Millilith.
First of all, I'm not holding a weapon.
That's true, he's not.
There's no need to overreact now. I'm simply an archaeological researcher from Snezhnaya. I'm not here for trouble.
The Fatui say that every time.
That is also true.
But this time, I registered with the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs. I could show you the official documentation if you want to see it. I will be conducting an archaeological survey here, the results of which will all be shared with the ministry. I heard that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor had a consultant named Zhang Li, with immense knowledge of ancient history and archaeology. So I paid Wangsheng Funeral Parlor a handsome amount to hire Zhang Li as my own consultant while I'm in town.
Why isn't there a god of salt? It is important to ancient times to keep food along. That's true. I mean, that is true. Maybe we should look for god of salt.
So you mean to say that this is work for the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, yes?
What should we do? I think it's best to be cautious.
Well, since it's work, I don't have a choice. A consultant of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor must respect their duty.
Are you sure?
Of course
I've
you
met
would be
Hu Tao.
such a reasonable man. Well then, let's head out now, shall we?
Wait, if you are studying archaeology, can I go too? I am also a scholar in this field, so I can help.
That will give us a chance to continue the topic we were just discussing. Oh, and you should tag along too.
Why? I don't really know anything about archaeology.
This experience may be of help to you on your future adventures.
To learn about salt?
It is a story from before the rise of the Seven. Although the god of salt has already perished, it will still be a meaningful experience for your journey.
Wait. This is an archaeological expedition, not a tour group. That's too many people.
But this friend of mine has a treasure-finding talent, surpassed by no one. It will surely be of great help to us.
If I had a compass, it would.
Oh? What talent?
If my friend espies a treasure chest, they will absolutely find a way to open it.
You speak the truth.
Hey, Paimon's good at that too.
You do nothing.
Well, that is quite enticing. All right, then. Well, let's go. There's no time to waste. When the Overlord of the Vortex was crushed by the Jade Chamber recently, perhaps something of interest was washed ashore. An ancient artifact would be good. Traces of ancient activity would be great. But a piece of the god's limb would be even better. Who knows what surprises we may find.
I mean, he could be. His eyes are everywhere. I could already claim that? So quick. Alright, let's... We'll detour just a smidgen. Friendship is magic! Alright, we have to teleport anyway, so we're just gonna go over here and talk to Catherine. He won't get me. But honey, Osmanthus wine. Every 3 seconds, you hear it behind you. Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. Osmanthus wine! Osmanthus wine! Not the one!
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for completing today's commissions.
The sad thing is, I think he has another, like something else he says idle, but I don't remember what it is.
Ad Astra Abyssal.
Alright, how's our friendship team coming along? What we got? Alright, he's 5. Almost 5 for Lynette. Wow, I'm actually surprised. We used Lynette for a while, and she's only level 5. Oh, barely even level 5. That's interesting. Mika's 2. Oh, Beto's gonna reach 4 soon. That's cool. Here's something. Here's the thing about picking some. Oh, yeah. It's the violet grass. Ah, the boats in the harbor. That's the one I keep forgetting. I don't hear that one very often anymore. That's why I think the Osmanthus wine line is broken. Because he says that way too much. Woo, 34. Is that resin? Nope, books. Next one is resin. Next one's resin. Okay. They can wait. I'm the treasure finder after all.
Would you care to sit?
Trust rank. Yeah, and there's 4 on Beto.
If you ever have any...
Body and mind.
What we got? Got lampgrass. Lampgrass. Yeah, we'll do calla lilies. Why not? Honestly, I think I'd probably pull for Yay Miko on this account too. Oh, is Violet Grass all gone? It is. Okay. So we'll get some silk flowers going. And the rainbow. Go up here. There we go. That feature is amazing. Let me take a look which one this is. Awesome. No, I don't think I have anybody in here that does this. Tubby can tell me. Hey Tubby, which island am I on?
Would you care to sit?
I think this is the second leeway one. Emerald Peak. Yeah, so this is the second leeway one. Or maybe this is technically Mondstadt. The only reason I say it's leeway is that the house is leeway. Alright, so we have that down
If
now.
you ever have it...
So a little bit later, we'll put in Barbara and Jean. So we can actually get some primos for that. Alright, let's do a little more. learning about the Goddess Salt, and then we'll do our artifact run, and then we'll learn more about the Goddess Salt.
This place looks so ordinary. Can we really find anything valuable here?
Huh? Paimon thinks it looks really grand.
I don't mean the scenery, but rather that there should be something out of the ordinary. A big battle did just occur and all, and I don't even know where to begin looking here.
I mean, that occurred a while ago, right?
Guyan Stone Forest is actually the perfect place to be if you wish to learn about the gods or the history of the Archon War. Legend has it that Rex Lapis threw spears made of large rock into the sea here, piercing and crushing the overlord of the Vortex.
Yeah, spears. Not dagger, not sword, spear. Gotta get back to work, could be lurking. Okay, happy lurk. I'll make your coffee around 3:30 or so you have it when you can get home.
After many years of wind erosion, those stone spears have turned into the unique rock formations we see now.
These mountains were the Lord of Geo's weapons?
What we see now is just the part of them that remains. The stone spears hurled by Rex Lapis all those years ago were much greater, both in number and in size.
Cold is fine? Okay, I'll just make it when I get up then, after stream. Actually, iced coffee might not be a bad idea. I think it's humid. Also, does anybody else want like a book on tape with Zhang-Li's voice actor just reading it to lull you to sleep? It's so soothing.
But due to the different angles they landed at, their large centers of mass, erosion by seawater, and years of gravity, many of them have been completely swallowed by the sea. So besides wind erosion, the initial collapsing of the stone spears also played a big part in the formation of Guyan Stone Forest.
Well, a god able to fight one so powerful as Rex Lapis was certainly very strong in its own right.
Indeed. This is where the value lies in research at Guyan Stone Forest. Most of the objects from that time were lost to the sea. But the gigantic waves created by the overlord of the Vortex have given those sunken objects a chance to see the light of day again.
So you're saying that if we look carefully, we'll be able to get very, very rich. I mean, rich with archaeological knowledge and historical value, yes? That's all I seek in life.
That weasel's living his best life over there.
Well, since we brought so many people, I think it would be best to split up and look.
Okay then, I will go with my friend here. Although I have a smattering of knowledge in various disciplines, when it comes to archaeology, I can't compete with the expert here.
Huh? Me?
What's the matter? This is your profession. Why are you so surprised?
I get it. I'll escort him then.
Okay. If we find anything valuable or rare, let's meet on the shore opposite from here. The ancient god probably left behind lots of elemental marks. Following them should make our search much easier.
Well, go ahead then. Use your elemental sight to look for any marks.
I mean, it's glowing over there. Do I have to? Yeah, it's showing me to go to the yellow thing. Wait, have I never been over here?
One with nature.
No, my sword!
Whoops.
Think you can bully me?
I spy, with my little eye, a treasure box. Starcon.
Beg for mercy.
Into the wind.
Huh?
Why are there enemies here?
Guyan Stone Forest is a place where a god was defeated, and its remnants still affect the area to this day.
Okay. So that was a story-related thing. So I think I have been over here at some point.
Time to act. Body and mind. Time to act. No,
Need
my
your drops.
sword.
Thank you. Oh, the poor lapis, give me. Excuse me, sir.
Crush.
It's no fair. They're ice bridging towards me.
They're gathering together here. But why?
See that object in the center? Perhaps it emits the remnant strength of the god. That would certainly attract them. But the hydromimic monsters... I have a contract, and must put my personal feelings aside.
Ah!
Go ahead. Defeat them, and recover the relic.
More speed. I condemn you.
Poor Xingqiu, he's absolutely useless here.
Think you can bully me?
It's just a stone slab, but its design is quite unique. This should be enough to garner some information. Let's head back.
Not before I grab this. Sword punch? Yeah. The gomming on the banner, we're gonna need these. For the potential for
More
Yelan.
speed.
My button didn't want to pick up the crab, okay. Yeah, you're mine now.
You call yourself a scholar of archaeology? You can't even recognize this or that. What are you good for?
We all have our areas of expertise. I already tried very hard to explain.
Oh, stop arguing! What in the world happened?
This girl just keeps bragging about how she's an archaeologist, but she doesn't even know anything about the surrounding ruins. I even know more than her. She left me to rely solely on guessing, experience, to find anything valuable to take back. Ugh, what a waste of time.
I've just been researching the god of salt, so I'm not familiar with sea relics. Is that so strange?
One should lack general knowledge in their field.
And you kept asking about how much Mora everything is worth. Can the value of relics only be measured in Mora?
Sometimes.
Isn't measuring their value in Mora the easiest way? This also matches the traditions of Liyue, does it not?
Now, calm down. No need to make a fuss. We were able to bring back some intriguing objects. Let's have a look. Oh, what a shame. These objects were indeed washed ashore by the Overlord of the Vortex, but they have nothing to do with the god besides being in the vicinity at the time. The stone slab we found, however, has a mysterious pattern and faint aura of divine power. Perhaps it will be useful for research purposes.
Quick, give it to me. At least we didn't come for nothing. The power of the gods, yes! This is good. Oh, but these other objects are certainly worth a little something, right? It should be enough to cover the cost of hiring you. It's all mine.
So, it's only valuable for research if there are remnants of divine power in it?
Not at all. My quest to uncover the history of the god of salt is because history can tell us about culture and beliefs. But you're just trying to use archaeology to get rich.
Nonsense. I'm a professional archaeology researcher from Snezhnaya. I swear, If I'm lying, may the Lord of Geo strike me down.
I mean, he's right here. Let's see, which one do we want? No, you're trying to get rich off of archaeology.
Oh, by the way, you probably don't want to sell that teacup.
Oh? Why's that?
That's not an ancient teacup. It's part of Ningguang's collection. It must have fallen here along with the Jade Chamber. So unless you want to mess with the Qixing...
Ah, I see. What a shame. It was of such high quality, too.
See? You do want to sell these objects!
But, so what? Why can't I pursue wealth both intellectual and material? Don't be so simple-minded. All right, then. No need to stay here any longer. I'm rather quite intrigued by the God of Salt, too, actually. Let's go to Saltarai next.
Okay, he's all the way over there. I need to go around here because I did see a crystal. And oh, look at that! It's time to go. Oh wow, we're all the way over here. Yep. Okay. Let's grab our artifacts.
Visibility is excellent. If we head to higher ground, we can do a full recon of enemy activity in the area.
Oh wait, what? Oh, are mine gonna start spawning weird too? Alright. Back to Zhongli. Yeah, yeah, I guess I'll fly down from here.
More speed. More speed.
I'll probably pick up the artifacts later today. So, like, after this set of cutscenes, I'll go back and see if they're there. And then, you know, same time tomorrow, I'll pick them up and then let them reset on Sunday.
I heard that Saltarai was once the home of the God of Salt's people. Therefore, there's sure to be loads of valuable relics nearby.
Ether, why do you look mad? He, like, has, like, angry eyebrows. I mean, they're his eyelids, but still, like, he looks angry.
According to legend, the people of the God of Salt, Havria, enjoyed prosperous lives under her protection. But this legend has been around for ages. With the countless scrap collectors and treasure hoarders in the area, there probably aren't many valuable things left here.
Oh, good. That's just great. If I knew it was picked this clean before, I wouldn't have come.
About that, I know there's a ruin deep in this cave here. It's related to the God of Salt, which is actually how the area originally got its name of Saltarai. However, the ruin entrance has been sealed by a mysterious power. Nobody has been able to break the seal. I found a mechanism that seemed to be related to the seal, but when I undid the mechanism, the seal wasn't affected at all. So at the moment, the seal's origin and how to break it are very important topics in my research on the God of Salt.
Is it related to the God of Salt's people? Is it related to Rex Lapis?
I don't know. There's no concrete evidence. But I'm pretty sure the seal is meant to hide some kind of long-forgotten truth. The God of Salt was a benevolent god, adored by the people, not to mention powerful. She wouldn't have any kind of shameful secrets to hide. So, the one who wants to hide some truth is very possibly her killer, Morax.
Slander!
This doesn't sound like something the Lord of Geo would do, though.
Who cares about all that? It sounds like countless treasures of the God of Salt lie within this ruin, just waiting for someone to find them, right?
You weren't listening at all, were you? Even if there's a mountain of treasures inside, nobody can get in if the seal isn't broken.
Ah, but we have the illustrious Mr. Zhongli with us. He looks like he knows just about everything. A little seal shouldn't be any trouble for him.
This seal seems to be quite ancient. Even Mr. Zhongli may not know all of its secrets.
Well...
I may know something about it.
See?
What?
Over the years, I've heard various rumors with bits of knowledge about seals. Although their references seem rather disorderly, they do in fact contain the secret to breaking seals. Let's go take a look at the mechanism Miss Wanyan just mentioned.
Okay, since Mr. Zhongli says so, follow me then.
Alright, we will do this part and then I'll go check. Well, you gotta make friends with the big guy.
Crush!
Witness the power of go.
Into the wind.
Shake it and stir. Look at you.
Shudder!
The wind knows me.
Thank you, Diona. Is this the part where I need Electro?
Here it is. There's some debris scattered here that, when put together, look like they definitely had to do with the god of salt. According to the inscription on the side, if one looks from a certain angle, the secret to the mechanism will be revealed. See that? Although we activated the mechanism, nothing happened to the seal.
That's because there's actually another mechanism that must be activated.
Another?
Let me lead the way from here.
This place seems familiar. Huh, I remember. I think there's some elemental monuments here. So you're saying they're related to all this? When I investigated the seal last time, I had someone with a vision accompany me. But when we lit up all the elemental monuments, nothing happened.
That's because you don't just need to activate them at the same time, but in a certain order as well. Otherwise, the seal will not be broken. The secret to this puzzle is hidden in the legends about the Archon War. Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. All desolate and devoid of life. Liyue is vast, yet even one haven is hard to find.
South, east, west, north.
To the north, to the east. Do the people of Liyue always talk in riddles?
I think I've heard this saying before.
Certainly you have. And the contents of this saying are also related to the god of salt. To provide a haven for her people, whose lives had been ravaged by the Archon War, this benevolent god searched all across Liyue. At that time, with the chaotic fires of war engulfing the land, even one sliver of peace was a luxury. And that haven she eventually found is right here. Today, it is known as Sal Turai.
How sad, then. In the end, this peaceful place was destroyed by Morax.
Okay, enough with these ancient stories. Now that we have the clue, hurry up and break the seal. Whatever happened doesn't matter as long as we can get inside that ruin.
Tianheng in the south, Yaoguang in the east, Jueyun in the west, Qingce in the north. With this clue, you should be able to solve the puzzle.
You say that, but I have no sense of direction, Zhongli. Let's get rid of these things first.
One with nature.
More speed.
Crush!
Okay, so this one should be the north, I think.
More speed.
Alright, this is where we're gonna bring out Lisa, just to make it fast, but we're also gonna bring out, Bennett really quick.
You want...
Bennett, why are you at, like, half life? I have questions.
Here, let me help you. What do you think, cutie?
Out of curiosity, where is what? Go me, I did it!
The seal really was broken! Mr. Zhongli is indeed quite remarkable.
Yes.
It was nothing, really. Now, it's time that people learn the hidden truth, lost to time.
I don't think there's any more treasure on this side. Bring back Zinc Jump.
May knowledge guide you.
And we are gonna go check once again for our artifacts. They should be up at this point. If they're not, I'll be concerned. Okay, yep. I knew I had to push back the time because I ran the wrong way, but these ones should have been there.
More speed.
Beetle? Did someone say daddy? Yes, the Geo daddy. My original husbando. Hi, Brian. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Apparently, I want vegetables today.
More speed. More speed.
Well, gone forever. They're just gonna sit there.
Another room. Rain outlines your fate.
Into the wind.
Rack and ruin.
Flawless.
More speed.
many puzzles I need to do. Oops, missed one. Oh well. Maybe there'll be a stream where I run around like a headless chicken. Just explore.
More speed.
Explore, just get some random enemy drops. Because sometimes you just want to run around on the game. No real rhyme or reason. I do know there's some materials I'll probably need to get a good stock of. Like, I need more specters and handguards, so I should run around Inazuma. I at least remember to go the right way this time. Oh, almost tried to go that way. That's where the quest is. Way over there. So I was dipping around on YouTube earlier.
Shudder.
And primarily, one of the things I love watching on YouTube is just art-related kind of things. Whether it be painting, drawing, sculpting, you name it, I'll probably watch it. And I was watching a doll custom video, which I've dabbled in before, which is a lot of fun, by the way.
The wind knows me.
Somebody made a doll of Kokomi.
More speed.
The detail they got on the clothing was amazing, and it was hand painted on too. Like, it was absolutely gorgeous. And it does make me go, I want to actually make another doll custom. Albeit I don't do sewing. I probably should do it just to learn how to sew for once. But I was like, man, this is really pretty, and really enjoyed it. And then what else comes up on my feed? Oh, sculpting. People were making it's like, what did they call the video? There was an issue with the way they named the video, because it implied that it was a tutorial to show you how to do it, but it was like DIY anime figure, and it was of Nilou. And this thing was perfect, like spot on perfect, and it was made out of clay. The problem is, they didn't say what kind of clay they used or what they were doing, because it implied it was a tutorial, which it was not. And they did this with multiple videos. So I took a look at the comments, and yeah, there were people calling them out on it. That's not to take away from their artwork. I definitely would not, because they came out so gorgeous.
More speed.
And then another one popped up in my feed where they made Yao Yao. The difference there is that this person actually, in subtitles, was saying what they were doing and so on. And you could actually see a little bit more of the materials being used. And it even said in the title that it was air dry clay. And I was like, oh, I like using air dry clay. I like it better than polymer clay, to be honest. I was like, I want to try doing this. The only issue that I have seen in these kind of videos, it never says how they get the color of the clay. Because, like, if it's polymer clay, I've seen dozens and dozens of colors of already, you know, the color is already in the clay, and that's fine. Air dry clay, outside of, like, the packets that are for, like, little kids, and there's not a lot of clay in them, I never see colors. It is always a white, a gray, a brownish, terracotta-ish kind of color. And that's about it.
One with nature.
Somehow Kazuha was in the wall. Okay. And I know you can dye the clays with paint. How pliable it is there after you do it, I don't know. So can you just dye it and it's fine until you, do what air dry clay does? So if it's exposed to the air, it dries out and whatnot? Or is there a little something to it than that? I'm going to actually do some research because what they were doing is really amazing and I want to give it a try. And yes, I would 100% make my boys Zhongli and Nubalet. Be my mans. And I still have plenty of air dry clay to use, which I tend to use on like the doll customs because again, I don't know how to sew. But I'm willing to actually, use some of it to give this a try. Eula? You good, girl? That was messed up. It was nice watching some art videos again. I don't know if it's just been YouTube's algorithm being dumb, but a lot of the time it just doesn't show up on my feed anymore, even though I still, with my subscriptions, do watch, when certain people upload. So I'm actually very surprised I don't get art videos in my feed. It's been heavily Genshin, which, fair. I do watch a ton of like Genshin challenges and stuff like that. But I do watch a ton of art stuff too, when it shows it to me. Now the algorithm is just like recommended, and it's recommending me videos I already watch. It's like, you have another section for this, boy. You have the recommended or watch it again. There's two separate things. And we go back to Leeway. Don't go to the quest yet.
I follow the wind.
You sure do, Cosmo. Over here.
Time to go.
I don't know what it is about lunchtime. Like, I feel fine after eating lunch, and then I feel hungry again around this time. And I have been drinking water this whole time, so I don't think I'm dehydrated or anything. So, maybe I just need a little bit more protein added to whatever I'm eating. Rabbit you looked. Nope, we're not doing that. Okay, bye. There it is. I don't know why my eyes just don't focus on where this is. It's marked. Okay. I don't see a commission over here, so this should be here today. Wakey, wakey. Oh, we're so close to where the quest is, too. Just across the
More
way.
speed. More speed. Shudder.
Yeah, you better run.
More speed.
Potato. Oh, did I? No, I was right. It fell back there. Oh, more treasure hoarders. They never learn.
Crush! Into the wind.
No, my sword.
Becomes the hunted.
Oh, that's so fun. Oops. Oh yeah, one of the other art videos I stumbled upon. This was really, really cool. And this is only something I'm aware of that you could do in the last couple years that I've seen. People have probably been doing it since people have had access to 3D printing. But somebody had 3D printed a large BJD, ball jointed doll, and made Clarand. This thing was amazing. The detail on printing the customized fabric, making the hat, the weapons, like it was jointed enough in terms of like the hands, even themselves, like the fingers had joints, so it could hold onto her pistol and her sword. Like it was amazing. Like I would love to be able to do something like that.
Before entering the ruin, I have a proposal that will help us prevent the kind of senseless arguing between you two that we saw at Guyonstone Forest.
Geodaddy's angry. He's putting his foot down.
Okay. What is it?
I propose you two agree upon a contract, stipulating that we alternate who gets claim to each treasure we encounter, with only one object permitted per claim. To show my sincerity, I won't be taking any treasure. This will just be between you all.
I won't take any either.
Hey! Don't pass an opportunity like this up so easily!
Paimon, you are an individual. I don't need to take anything. You can take something, if that is what you want. Don't drag me into it.
I don't agree. I mean, you want me to split the treasure with this amateur archaeologist? No, absolutely not.
I don't agree either. He will only defile the precious relics left behind by the god of salt. I can't accept this.
Well then, if the contract is not agreed upon, I will no longer serve as your consultant on this expedition. You will have to rely on your own experience to find whatever treasures are hidden in this ruin, as well as traps.
You have the audacity to demand this. Okay then. Even half of the treasure in the long-sealed ruin of the God of Salt should be enough to make a fortune.
If you want me to agree upon this contract, so be it. I just have one request, Mr. Zhongli. If we discover the truth behind the God of Salt, you must judge it fairly, even if the truth harms Morax's image.
I can accept this arrangement.
Gee, it's almost like he knows what happened.
Well then, let's go.
Oh. There's violet grass here. I didn't know there was violet grass down here. Again, this is where I wish I had Nahida. Oh.
Time to scout.
Oh, you know what that means.
The wind knows me. A fateful offering.
What's that? Need Geo? Nah. Just take a Kazuha. Oh. We need these.
One with nature.
Hello.
Beg for mercy.
Think you can bully me?
The wind
Out
knows
of the
me.
wall.
Shudder.
Well, that made that easy. Thank you for spawning. Nope, more violet grass. The sad thing is, by the time I actually get Nahida on this account, I won't need her to do the violet grass. We have enough for Baiju already. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna keep, like, planting and getting it, and Chi-Chi will have it whenever we inevitably pull a Chi-Chi. Need a fish. I need more fish. Oh, hello.
Into the wind. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Beg for mercy.
Time to go.
Valley grass. Snapdragons. I do believe there's more valley grass over here.
A fateful offering.
Oh, nope, not violet grass. That was a Geo Sigil. Fine by me. Totally fine by me. I will take the Mora. Oh, I don't need to do that. I have Eula. Then Eula misses like every swing. Ah. Now we get to use Geodaddy. I think the only element in here you need is Geo. Yeah. There you be. Level 71. The Vortex Vanquisher. I actually want to take a look at this because I didn't before. Increases shield strength by 20%. Okay, increases attack by 4%. 8 seconds. Can only occur once. Okay, yeah, I can see why. For being an Archon signature weapon, it is kind of meh. It is kind of meh. And he has Noblesse. Why don't they just give you tenacity? Why do they not give you Millilith? I believe that was set in the game when this quest was implemented. Oh, he's C3. So he can have the 2 stone pillars. Cool.
Are these statues?
No. These are people.
Duh.
They were probably followers of the god of salt.
How did they become this way?
What in the world is hidden deep in this ruin?
Solidify!
I just want to use Zhongli, don't mind me. As you can see, we can't climb up. Who the heck is firing at me? How dare? Yeah, we're not gonna be able to fly over.
Solidify!
We of course need his pillar once again. That's good call on him being Z1.
Quake!
You okay there, old man?
Look at this! It's filled halfway with salt.
Oh, it just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
It's the first one you've seen, mister.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full. That is to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the amount inside won't change?
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful indeed.
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I claim this as mine. I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune.
Hey, how can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this salt chalice, then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Since we have a contract, it's no use for me to fight with him.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Just keeping an eye out for treasure boxes.
Stabilize!
On top of it.
More speed.
Gather!
Just a simple ruler. It doesn't look to be worth anything.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind of measuring tool.
Yes, like a ruler.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in salt, much like a rising tide covers the earth. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice!
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for and organized this entire expedition. Why should I get the short end of the stick?
Because you were greedy and took the first one.
And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again.
While we're on the topic of useless people...
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you.
Are you sure about that? You don't have a vision, and everything in here has been Geo.
Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, "Ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock."
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
are a piece of crap.
Will suffer the wrath of the rock. You may find it rather unpleasant.
Daddy's angry. Wrath of the rock.
Guide you.
Rain outlines your fate.
Shudder!
Can't run from death.
I shall confiscate your treasure as well.
Daddy's taking away the toys.
You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Go to your room.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long.
At least we had our guard up. I hope you never become as greedy as him, Paimon.
Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do bad things.
Yet.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may tempt us to break contracts. When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire and follow the contract? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh? Be honest about what?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition came here for archaeology.
Why do you say that?
Because you're useless.
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. However, you are an expert when it comes to anything regarding the god of salt. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the god of salt. I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. I seem to have been right to seek you out once I plucked up my courage. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the Qixing, Yinyuan Hall of the salt industry. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Come to think of it, I've heard you say Rex Lapis.
Oh, right! Now that you mention it, the people of Liyue very seldom use the name Morax.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost in the world.
Yes, that's totally what happened.
We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. And its history is written as he wishes. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart.
Don't listen to Zhongli. She's just dumb.
We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this history fairly.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer Morax's Liyue. Come with me. All the answers you seek lie ahead.
Just seeing. Nope, no treasure for me.
Solidify!
Oh! I honestly thought I could make that.
Beg for mercy.
One with nature.
Rain outlines your fate.
Shudder! Yeah. Eye for an eye. More speed.
Solidify!
Gimme. Anything else? Cabbage.
This is a sword? Aha! It's a broken sword! This is proof! This proves that the god of salt had to fight back. Fight back against the evil Morax. But sadly, she was defeated. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler. If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the god of salt.
It does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
2 pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are 2 separate relics. According to the contract, you can only claim one.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take 2 relics at the same time.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person, and no one is fighting over the treasure. How about you let this one slide, huh?
How about no, Paimon? She's slandering the man.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
No! If I only take 1/2, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. My sacrifice is nothing compared to that. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh? The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract. I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods. When it came to war, she lost, never able to win a seat among the seven.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat. But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No! It can't be so!
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then... this sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the god of salt!
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick me!
Hey! Come back!
That was too much for him to take. What you said really is true, right?
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. But the contract was broken. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to face the truth.
I see no more treasure boxes. You see a potato, though.
Are these statue thingies running? What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
I love that line. Why? No more salt lace treasure.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then.
Need to talk to her, so we're just gonna take a gander. Books. No treasure boxes by the looks. Okay.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
But what about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword, and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might be appeased. But they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even till the end, nurse hatred for her people in her heart?
Even if this is so, I can't! This must be a lie. A false history, all of it! Don't you dare try to shake my faith!
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now.
You seem all too familiar with what happened to the god Assault. You didn't just hear rumors about the way to break the seal, did you?
No, indeed. How sharp of you. Yet this is not a matter of wisdom, only age. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also.
The people of Liyue will understand that one day.
All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground. Telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
Just like that, she's just left down there. Good for her. Oh, Kazuha, it's your time to shine.
The wind knows me. Into the wind. One with nature.
Zhongli.
Into the wind.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a homecoming.
So, what would you like us to do?
I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, but history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself. Someday we may all disappear.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Teyvat.
So that's why you wanted us to come with you.
Sounds like tough work.
Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Huh? Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are consigned. This includes Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folktales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate. I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer.
I feel a bit bad with God Assault.
We did not measure right and wrong during the days of the Archon War in the same manner as we do today. Of course, as I am now, I only wish that she could have lived in a gentler time. I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer.
Won't those relics cause Osial to grow in power?
Though the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler do have power in their own right, they are nothing before Osial. If a day comes when he should recover his strength and return, I believe that even so, he will be defeated once more.
I wonder if that means we will see him again.
I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer.
What will you do now?
That is a good question. In the past, I might have given you a most specific answer. But now... yes, I suppose I will continue in my role as a consultant at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. But if this journey was to your liking, why don't you come along the next time I am seeking to preserve memories of Leo's past?
Anything for you, Zhongli. And with that, I think that will be it for our adventure today. We did, however, do I have 2 keys? We do indeed, which means we can unlock the second quest for him, which we're not going to do today. As I said, today is the end of our adventure. Oh, I didn't need 2 for that. I needed 2 for the hangouts. So many quests. Oh, yeah, we wanted to see what it took to unlock Sino's second one, which is all the way down here. That's Clarand. So you need to do his quest and then the Archon quest. So these are the only 2 things you need. Neat. Look at all the story quests, though. That's a lot of primos just sitting there waiting. And they're definitely going to be on reserve in case we need them for Farina. But that's, again, it for today. On Monday, we'll have our normal dailies and stuff like that. I might do the second one for Zhongli. We shall see. I am debating whether or not Wednesday or Thursday, because that would definitely be the waiting room for Dawn Trail, because the game will be down for maintenance and whatnot. But trying to stream a little bit longer. Let's go with trying to get through the rest of Sumeru, and maybe starting Fontaine, maybe, because we're gonna be fast approaching Natlan. Whereas I don't mind having stories just sitting there for us to do. I don't mind being a little bit behind. Part of me wants to be there at the start for the ult. I'm not going to hold my breath, though, because taking the time with the game is probably for the best. But to think that Natlan's right around the corner, that has me excited to see a brand new region. But I will see everyone on Monday. Have a fantastic weekend. And take care, everyone.